That's a good one too. I need to go see what the fuck goes on. After the ambulance vehicles, somebody cut the internet. That's an interesting one. Yeah, this stuff is all an audio recorder. I'm gonna keep the audio recordings for this stuff. That wasn't me. I'm inside of the room here, living room here. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, and then let's go see it. Mom was not here, that's for sure. Nope. Check this out. Because it's not regular, it's not usual. Usually what this would do is it would be a connection and so on, even if somebody would unplug, etc., etc. But in this case, it's not. So that means that it was a company, there was a T2 company, whatever company Mom is using, that deliberately went ahead and jammed the internet. Router or whatever. Might not have been a company because it's open internet, it's open Wi-Fi, you know. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if the doors are locked. No, the doors are locked. The door was unlocked. So now it's locked. It was twice that did tick, tick, tick. I asked my mom to please keep the doors locked. So we have somebody right now inside of the house that did not even bother. And look at this. This is also broken. The plastic here that I used to keep the doors. It's not broken, but somebody took it off. I asked Mom to please keep the doors closed, locked. We have a person right now inside of the house. I went on to use the restroom. I am just trying to establish. That's what the link is. Let me see that. You gotta go and do something like this to get up here. Yeah, there you go. So that's a good question. What exactly happened here? Because still, even if the person was inside, you know, it seems to me that the router is jammed. So that somebody must have done this from the outside. It was actually a good thing I came downstairs to check on the doors. But I'm thinking other than that, I'm thinking you cannot jam the modem. That's a modem right there, and upstairs is a router. You cannot jam one with by just going inside and moving a cable. You would if you would unplug one, but everything is plugged. Everything is okay. This is, ladies and gentlemen, how Slovenian T2 wired the cables together just like this. They did a great job like that. They did not bother to fix this stuff. Okay, I guess that's the way it works. I don't know. To me it's kind of strange, these cables here, the way they did this stuff. Nothing. I'm gonna go upstairs and see what's going on, and then if this is gonna persist I will unplug the modem. Something I don't like to do, and I really never do, but this was not done by anyone entering the house, even that it could. This was done right now by somebody remotely. I don't know. I do have open Wi-Fi. It could be done by the neighbors. That most likely was, or by somebody else who was in the vicinity. Might have not even been an internet service provider who did this. Yeah, look, it's still jammed. This stuff is still jammed. So the first thing I'm gonna try is reset this one. I used to have this modem downstairs, and then I figure out it's better to have one upstairs. This modem is up to no fucking good. This modem was modified. They played with this modem during MK Ultra. It was all kinds of stuff that went on. Okay, let's see now what's gonna happen. All I wanted to know is, where is this coming from? What is it? It seems like the modem downstairs is gonna have to be maybe even reset. No, not really. That did turn on now. There you go. Now it's communicating. Now you can see it's communicating. So it was, they jammed the router. Oh, how the hell is that done? I know nothing about computers anyways. Okay, so check this out. And now it's working again. There you go. So the router was actually jammed. Interesting, interesting stuff. There you go. We are connected again. This comes right after the ambulance vehicle attack. That's interesting, no? Now we have already patterns of this bullshit happening here. I did not post this stuff because I had no internet, but I did upload the video. This is not new stuff. This is the way they operated here. They always operated like this. Now the loose is getting a bit tight for them. There's a little space here for them to escape anywhere, and the mistakes they're gonna make are gonna be more and more and more frequent, because they now act out of desperation. They have nowhere they can run. There is nothing you can do. Let's repeat this stuff here. It was before more of the window of opportunity they had, but they had nothing now. You see those two windows, there was nothing in there. There was just, see, there was no internet. Look at it. Like, the site can't be reached. So go to the other one. Hold on. They will reload one now, and that's the other one, the same thing, and then it's reloading it. So they did jam the jam the that little router. They got their fingers in that router, but that's all there is. And that was not my mom. My mom doesn't know anything about computers. My mom knows nothing about computers. But this just goes to demonstrate you the attacks, the way how how they follow up with these attacks. They're very, very active. And here, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be another video. This video you're watching is the one I'm going to be post here. No, we're going to do this here. Video can be also seen at where is yeah, I am still not good. I tried with a little walk yesterday, but and I tried earlier already too. It just doesn't work. It's really, really bad. I apologize. So this video that I posted, this is what the video is all about. I just posted this video. It's this ambulance vehicle.
This is the way it is. This is just
so you see, I still did not finish this post. And they're very sensitive to it. Look at it. As I go inside, I demonstrate you what I published, and they started the sirens.
About any of this
stuff. Well, you know something.
Melania Trump and her parents were involved in this genocide procedure since my childhood. It did not start in 1990. It did not start in 1988. They were involved in this genocide procedure since my childhood, both parents.
And that's right. And I told Melania Trump, just as you see right here, I'm going to do it again, she's not good enough for me. I told her that she's not good enough for me. I wanted her to acknowledge that she was not good enough for me because of the family where she is from. Simple as this. Because of her parents' political past. I wanted a souvenir from the Soviet Union. I wanted a souvenir from the so-called Yugoslavia, that was a greater Serbian Chetnik state. I wanted to remind myself of beatings, torture I endured, of acting myself, being called insane, tortured, and really started to act insane. So that I no longer would defer. And I said, our accent here is no longer, because it went for so long, from what Russians demanded from me to resist in front of other Illuminatis, such as British royals and so on. And I wanted a souvenir. I wanted to award myself for deliberately acting insane during MKUltra. In times of the Soviet Union and Yugoslavia as a child, and what made others follow my steps throughout the Soviet Union and Yugoslavia to liberate themselves, doing exactly the same I did, and what made Russians, Serbs even crazier. I wanted a souvenir. I wanted to award myself, you know, and there's no better way than to award yourself when they offer you like a beautiful woman whom you basically reject based on her family history, association with the KGB. This is a Milan Kucha and his bride, this Melania Trump. And it was like, for me, that was truly the thing. The main thing was to, I'm not going to say fire Russians and Serbs, but to literally express ultimate disdain for whatever they have to offer. You know? It was times when it was exactly vice versa. Even that I am coming from the family where both sides of the family participated heavily in the World War II resistance. More so than family from Milan Kuchan. Very few people had families as involved in World War II resistance as my families were involved in it. My grandfather received the highest decoration from Yugoslavia for his participation in the World War II. It was the medal that is the top medal that he got. But you know what? Then also the time comes that you have to really award yourself and you have to really pay yourself respect so that you can retain that face of the human being. That you can see yourself and you can look at yourself in the mirror. And there is no better way of doing it as to what Donald Trump went to pick up afterwards than to say, fuck off, you're not good enough for me because of your family history and stuff like that. That's, my friends, is what the fall of the Soviet Union, the fall of the Yugoslavia should have been all about. That's what the fall of the Soviet Union, that's what the fall of Serbia should have been all about, and not exactly opposite of what we see. People climbing in the pants of ex-murderous KGB UDBA OZNA apparatchiks to lend better jobs, more paid jobs, get discounted cars, get discounted real estate, get discounted trips to nowhere. This stuff will be supported. This stuff is supported. I was inside of the room. I did not exit the room. And I'm going to use this as a proof. As it all this stuff happened. By two recorders. We're going to do it like this. This is going to be one. Talking about this recorder here. 4391. If anybody have doubts about it, the stuff I do is authentic. And the second one is going to be this one here, 1157, save, boom, and there you have it, right there. So yes, they also went ahead to hack my router. Routers which I have purchased did not last in our house not even a single day. That's another totally, nothing really lasted a single day. That's a totally other story. That's a story for itself. It delivered me literally to Kulandia inside of the store of Big Bang, whatever. That's that Milan Kuchan store from Borod Pahor. Sellers insisting me that they cannot, store sellers, that they cannot exchange them because there's no way, as soon as I'm going to bring one home, again, it's not going to work, and so on and so forth. Too much shit went on. Too much stuff went on. Let them have this open internet, whatever. They have a less and less and less space for error. They have no space for error anymore. Now they're making errors. And they're video recorded nicely like this. So a router also was hijacked. A router also was hacked. I don't know how they do this. I never have time to play with this, and it's not on my interest.
This is just the way it is.
It's not on my interest. The truth is, I'm going to say honestly to you, this is a criminal act, and no criminal acts whatsoever were any of my interests throughout my life. No criminal act whatsoever was any interest of mine I often was looked at strangely, weirdly, maybe even for a good reason, because, let's say, British royals are implicated in this world and they have to understand about certain things that go on, that people do, and police have to investigate and so on. They are implicated in all these issues and they have to learn, see themselves, test themselves into it. But I was no royal, I was no billionaire, I was no politician, I was no important person. And as such, I didn't feel like I need to know about how to hack routers, how to cause, how to, how to do all kinds of stuff to people. I was just not interested in that kind of stuff. And this is the kind of stuff that surrounded me throughout my life. How come that you don't know this? How come that you don't know that? How come that you just let me get just my life back in one piece. So then we can continue with this. This is why I'm so disturbed with this stuff, because they're doing everything possible to jam me, to stop me from going about my life normally, which is totally abnormal. When you lose 53 years of life, you basically have to go again from the scratch. The best is to summarize Robert Golub, but he disseminated this hatred to everybody involved in it. I want to enjoy my money now. I have money, I have plenty money, and I can enjoy my money now. Not like you, Meaning, we're gonna fuck you, we're gonna waste your life, we're gonna destroy your health, and then you're gonna get whatever you're gonna get. Yeah, I was just not interested in causing people harm. And I don't think that's a sin. Melania Trump was simply not good enough. And this is what, I'm not going to say Slovenian independence because it's disgusting, but fall of the Soviet Union, fall of the greater Serbian ethnic state known as Yugoslavia, that's what that should be all about you yourself, who voted against, who wanted to get out, to feel good about yourself, rather than to fall down on your knees in front of this murderous KGB apparatchiks. That's what that should be all about. I'm not going to say freedom of choice. I'm not going to say freedom of choice, but you, yourself, feeling good about yourself by rejecting, making sure that you don't get yourself into with anybody that was involved in, bad stuff like this. Giving yourself right to reject, to have nothing to do with it. I don't know how bad was father from Melania Trump, but he was a friend of Milan Kucan. This is all the same association, and so I think it was bad. He was director and all kinds of stuff like this, so I think it was bad. The point here about this stuff is that I wanted something. I wanted something out of this fucking Soviet Union in this Yugoslav Chetnik state. I wanted to award myself with something, and so I chose Melania to pay for it. I'm not going to say chose Melania to pay for it all, but I wanted to award my dignity, myself, so they can also feel that whatever they have to offer, they really have nothing they have to offer that will be of my interest. That's why.